Hey, welcome to this episode of Reseller TV with your host, as always, Josh. And today's co-host is Eric Hartman from 1998. He sold for $14. It's like a little foam little guy. Um, and 14. He is part of my $1,326 weekend from Saturday and Sunday. And I actually had like 20 items from Friday night that after I did my shipping order on Friday that I shipped out. Or I didn't ship, but I packaged up Friday so that I can make today easier. Still, I have 50 items going out. So a lot of lower dollar items, but some bolos as well. A couple of things that big Etsy was really. I sold like 15 things on Etsy, but they're all like under $15. It's funny. But today, this morning, it's Monday, I sold two items for over $200. I've sold $440 on Etsy already today. So kind of interesting how sometimes there's just a bunch of small orders, but then you get a big order. Like that's kind of how my whole weekend went. But let's get into everything that sold. Pretty much, I didn't write down everything, but good idea of what everything sold for to give you guys a clue. So when you're outsourcing and whatever, if you are welcome to save my what sold videos, bookmark them, whatever, so you can like go back and watch and remember, oh, this sold for this, and not this sold for that, or whatever. Helps you remember when you're outsourcing and whatnot. But let's get into what sold. Oh, other than Cartman, we have Lucky Brand jeans. They sold for $12, sitting forever. Don't recommend picking up. I think I got them from the bins or something. And then we have this setting sale. Madam Alexander sold on Poshmark for $18. Princess Diana bear, they're not worth like $10,000 or whatever. There's like what is this some kind of scam on eBay that people sell Beanie Babies for like thousands and thousands of dollars. They are not worth that much. This one sold for $40 on Facebook Marketplace. And the same buyer actually bought four other Beanie Babies. He may think that they're worth a whole bunch of money. That's what I'm thinking, because I think $40 is a little high for her. I think she sells for a little bit less, but regardless, she did sell for $40. We got Sully here. He sold for $12. I've been actually a lot of stuff I sold. Like I said, I sold a lot of stuff for in my first part of my video for a lower amount of money. I think people are buying for Christmas presents and stuff. So I'm able to take a little bit of a bigger discount on deals and whatnot. So I'm sure people are buying Christmas gifts. So it's my way of like, all right, this is probably gonna be a Christmas gift. Why don't I drop my price or accept offers that I probably normally wouldn't. Stocking stuffer sold on Etsy for $12. Texas A&M picture, been sitting forever. Glad to see that one go. Get it out of my house. It sold for $22. Six Flags Marine World, I got at a yard sale this summer. Pretty quick flip. This one sold for $20. Then we got two books from Storage Unit. I think they're part of the same series or whatever, but they sold for $27 on Etsy to one buyer. And then I threw a bunch of this sewing stuff in I got from Storage Units, and it sold for $12. I don't know anything about sewing or crocheting or anything like that, so I didn't really know what to put it for. I had three of these red away truck line glasses. The other two were, this one has like a little bit of a damage. This one sold for $12. The other two sold for over $20. So if this was in better condition, it would have sold for more. And then this little guy was $12. I think Hoosier Glass on Etsy. Alarm system from a storage unit. This was from a storage unit. This was from a storage unit. These are from storage units. This is from storage units. Storage unit. This filter sold. There's only three in there, and they sold for $14. The tinsel sold for $12. $10 from the storage unit for this racing magazine. More storage unit stuff. These sport magazines. Someone bundled these two together for $26. And then I got four of these Super Bowl tickets. They're gold-plated Super Bowl tickets. Someone bought four Dallas Cowboys tickets, and they sold for $100 for all four of them. I think I paid like $4 each for each ticket. And then more storage unit, Ocean's 8, sold for $9, I believe. Storage unit for these McDonald's, they sold for $10 for the lot. Stronghold sold for $14 on eBay, I believe. Mysteryville, I believe this was an Etsy sale for like $12. And then we have Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers, sold on eBay for $14 on VHS, also out of a storage unit. Game of Thrones from a church sale. I believe that sold for $15 on eBay. 25 for this Ghostbusters enamel pin. I got it from San Diego Comic Con. I got this from San Diego Comic Con for free, and it sold for $12. And then we have this out of a storage unit, this Gibson Duck Mallard mug. This was $1. I bought a bunch of soda bottles, and Big Boy sold for just under $25. We have cars I got from a yard sale. I believe this sold for $12. It's a Nintendo DS. And then we have this Merry Christmas little metal thing sold for $27. Just listed it. Also out of a storage unit. Got a little car here sold for $10. $7 for this little McDonald's car. Mr. Rhodey here, he sold for, I believe, $10. And then we have we got the Rhino and the Gator from TMNT Ninja Turtles Vintage. These guys sold for $23 on Etsy together. We got Apu and Homer. They did not sell together. I believe $13 each on those. One on Etsy, one on eBay. And this sold on Etsy. This is a Transformer from the 1980s. Sold for $20. Levi's 5-panel hat sold on Poshmark for $22. Oregon Ducks jacket camo sold for $40. Sean Bradley champion jersey sold for $90. And the best sale of the day, and going to be the hardest shipper, is this. I think it's called, look out for that, I guess. But this guy sold for $350. He is a statue. He is going to be hard. I'm going to have to double box him. But yeah, $350 though.